All right, everybody, I'm currently in buys. I took the sells this morning, but now we have SMT at these lows with NQ. As you can tell, NQ has made a higher low right here. And on ES, we have made a lower low. And now I'm looking for movement higher because everybody and their mom that is shorting right now has their stop loss being trailed all the way down. Whereas I took my profits on the way down below liquidity points, and also as it made money available to me is when I took my profits. So then price did come down below this low, and I took my last profit right before it hit this low. So it was like right here when it made another low. I didn't want to be greedy. I just wanted to close it out because because the other indices were at a higher time frame PD array. So there was potential for it to move higher. I'm like, okay, I was satisfied with the profits on that. But this is what I'm looking at within here. I have a demo going, and I have my live over here on MT4 on the My Forex Funds funded account. So I'm looking at this area, and this is what I'm seeing. So a lot of you might be like, okay, why are you trading this trade? There's no break of structure. All right, but there's SMT divergence. This is what I'm seeing. We have SMT divergence with NQ, okay? NQ broke the structure above this high with this wick, and it traded back down. So there's more bullish. Well, NQ is more bullish than, let's say, ES. All right, the 15-minute closed above this inversion gap right here on NQ, and to invalidate this inversion gap, we would have to come down below it. I would not want to see it come down below it, and not even below 50% of this wick here, and I would be targeting up above this high. I'm going to set my alerts at the rejection block here in the 15-minute, and overall I'm going to be looking over here for it to come up above this high as well, because everybody has their stops trailed up there. I took ES because I mainly trade ES, but the 5-minute inversion gap I liked, and it was in a deeper retracement, and I didn't expect it to come down below this low anymore. I'm currently, since we rejected this inversion gap, I'm moving my stop loss right below this low here. We should not see it come down below that low again. I'm going to have a little bit of wiggle room right there. But anyways, this order block should hold if we are going to continue higher. We did just end the 211 macro, but this is a pretty clean picture to me for price to want to keep moving higher up within this range, up above here and also above here. So I'll be watching that the rest of the day. So this inversion gap, look at how the 5-minute closed on this one as well. So we had NQ on the 15-minute close up above that one, but the 15-minute on ES closed right at the high of the inversion gap right here. So I was watching this as this 15-minute closed, but then I put this in my group chat here. As long as we do not get any 5-minute closers in this inversion gap, we should gravitate higher. Not financial advice, but if it closes down below, well, within the inversion gap, then we should gravitate lower, or it's going to consolidate and I'm done. I don't want to do anything. I wait for the next opportunity. It's Friday. Working on my other business, so that's what I did through lunch. I look at the charts briefly on my phone, and then I go from there. So then I just saw a setup when I came back to my desk for the afternoon session. I decided to take a trade because it's my textbook kind of setup. With the SMT divergence, it's pretty much necessary in all my trades at this point. We have the inversion gap. It's almost a necessity in all my trades at this point. The institutional order flow, the liquidity, basically a necessity in all my trades at this point. It depends. A continuation trade can be kind of fun, and you're missing the reversal, but you're in the continuation. That was actually my best trade that I actually had this week already. Was a continuation trade. It was a short. It was actually on my birthday 2 days ago, so that was a nice short. But this is a pretty good setup, in my opinion, to get up above this swing high here. I'm going to set some more alerts. I want to set some alerts. Even though I'm here right now, I might step away because I'm completely detached from this. And as Mark Douglas said, you got to be rigid with your rules, and then you have to be flexible with your expectations. All right. So even on my MT4, I'm in profit. I can close out on that. I entered on the down candle on this 5-minute candle here because I trusted that this was going to hold. And if I saw a body close in below here, then we're solid. Then we're solid to close the trade if we saw a body close in that inversion gap, but we didn't see that. The 2-minute time frame, we came down, we wicked in here. 1-minute time frame came down. See how 1 minute's kind of choppy? I didn't want to enter this early because there was no clean break of structure. We didn't get that break of structure on NQ until this high as well. So then I waited on that retest. I was observing and just watching price. I did enter on the demo with this one right here. As you can tell, you'll see my entries in here. I think I entered some like right here on this breaker from the 1 minute time frame. Let me pull it up right here. Yeah, from this breaker on the 1 minute time frame, I entered within here, as you can tell, and then I entered another one when it came down into the inversion gap and tapped in the inversion gap right before it, and then we started trading up from here. Now we have this breaker here. We're on the 1 minute time frame. We have this breaker on the highest up close candle right here. We do not want to see it come down and close below this breaker, so I want to see that hold. And if it comes down and wicks it, that's completely fine, but now I just want to see it start gravitating and really ripping up higher. So that's what I'm looking at this price right now within this area. Notice how we're just rejecting this. Here's another 2 minute BISI right here. Let's get rid of this line. It's kind of making it messy. This is just what I'm watching within this area to see if price can gravitate up here in the next little bit. You know, I can take partials here and then also up here, or I can even, but I'm gonna take 2 off right here because I want to lock in some profits and then let the last one ride. Like, it's Friday. I mean, I'm already cool. This is just a bonus. It's like house trade for me. It's not really that big of a deal. And I'll really just be watching price the rest of the day, see how it can gravitate up. Pretty clean institutional order flow. I mean, we have a higher time frame PD array hit. As you can tell, it's based on like daily time frames. Let's close this out. Look at the daily time frames. Basically down into these order blocks right here. Higher time frame PD array hit. Okay, you go over to the other ones as well. They did the same thing. I'm not going to go over that right now, but you can go look for yourself if you want to see it. But the other indices did the same kind of setup. So that's why that was there. And then the SMT divergence, boom, another green light. Break a market structure, another green light. Fair value gap, inversion gap, another green light. Liquidity, another green light. You know, it's like, all right, how many more confirmations do we need to stop being a crybaby and be afraid of losing money? Like, it's not even about that anymore. It's not being afraid of losing money. Like, that's, if you're afraid of losing money, we shouldn't even be trading. You should be afraid of working your whole life, you know? I'd much rather just grind it out in my early 20s. I turned 24 the other day, and I'm just like, holy crap. All right, there we go. We're starting to rip up. I'm going to look over here as well. I'm going to move my stop losses to break even on this other trade. So we'll see how this goes the rest of the day. I'm going to lock this in. I'm going to take a screenshot here. Boom, boom, boom. If you guys want to see, right there. I have 2 positions open. Risking a percentage of my profits from this morning. So I'm very happy about this. Boom. Beauty. Okay, I'm going to take partials. Because we just hit that high, I said I was going to take partials. Let's take one off right here. And then we'll take one more off when it comes and hits this high. Let me take some off on my live. Damn. Looking mint, boy. We'll see if the rest will go hit the high. I'm at break even. I mean, whatever happens the rest of the day happens the rest of the day, you know. It's a win, baby. It's a win, baby. Another textbook fucking setup, bro. All right, I'm going to take some more off. No, I'm going to the rest it's from. All right. So go back to the bigger picture. We got to keep doing this as traders. It's like reanalyzing like where we are in the market. What do we have? We have this 1 hour fair value gap that's over within here. So it's basically the inversion gap coming back over here. It's testing on this side. We did just come up above that 1 hour now that I'm seeing this. So that's why it's so good to get the bigger picture, and that's why it's so good to start taking partials off of your trade when we are basically trading in the market. Yes, I would still expect price to work up a little higher, but it just really all depends on what happens with price. So we have here where the market opened within this area. We never gravitated down. We still have, let's see this. We still have these gaps open down within here, and there's clear equal lows. So it really just depends if it wants to start folding over down here as well. I did that by going over to the regular trading hours, because normally we're on the electronic trading hours. You don't see that gap there anymore. But now you see the gap from this opening here. We have these equal lows that were left here, and we had the SMT, and I'm looking for buys up possibly above here. But honestly, dude, like it does not matter what I think. Like, as a trader, it does not matter. The market can do whatever it wants to do. Is price showing the willingness to come down here right now? No. But can it, within the next hour, start to fold over, and then 5:30 show willingness to rip down towards the close? Could we be down here at the close? Yes. Could we be up here at the close? Yes. Could we be right here? Yes. It's all about managing, not financial advice. But trading is about managing money. Okay, I don't know why this sell limit didn't get hit. It should be getting hit. So it didn't get hit. So I'm just going to close it out right now myself. And then leave that last one open. See where that one goes. 5-minute time frame. I'm going to look at some more inversion gaps. Let me take one more position off here on ES. Boom. On that bullish candle. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Rest is house money. That's it. Rest is house money. It does what it wants to do, okay? I ain't got no worries. There should be. This thing is just tearing at this point. Let's go. Should not see it come down below this low. I know people are trailing their stop loss down below this low, but not needed. We should just see it expand if we are going to expand. Like, I'm looking at my other screen here. I got these 3 other indices. I got all 3 over here. I'm looking at this high. I know we're at the 15-minute rejection block that I mentioned that I was going to take most off. We come up with the high. I'll take some more off. Looking up into this fair value gap here on Dow from here to here, and then this breaker as well, because we traded from here, breaker to breaker. Now we can go from breaker back to breaker. That's just like kind of what I'm thinking. That breaker happens to line up with this this fair value gap, and we happen to hit a rejection block here, which was this line here. Was it a rejection block, or it was either rejection block or an order block? It's an order block. That's what it was. This is what I was saying earlier. They all hit the order block. Order block, order block, order block. So that's why I'm pretty confident that this trade is going to move up higher too. Look at that. Look at that bullish dildo closer. Oh my god. Let's just let it rip, my guy. Boom. Holy shit. Another one. DJ Kali, where is he at? Another one. Another one. We had open here. As you can tell, these are the trades from today. Had some losses earlier midday, but this is what we had right here, as you can tell. But looking pretty snazzy in my opinion. The midday losses were from like over here, where I was just like testing these ones over here after the main sell-off. I didn't touch on my live, I'll say that. I was very strict with the live rules. I'm very strict with those, even though, listen to this. So like, I'll explain an example. This morning I saw this buy possibly happening. I was looking at these highs. You can second it by looking at my group chat. I was looking at these highs to be rated. There was SMT at these lows, and we had a break of market structure at the open, and then we tested here. I really wanted to buy this, but based on my rules of not trading the opening range right away, so the first 15 minutes I don't take a trade. Therefore, I missed out on this buy up to come take out this liquidity. If price was to keep going bullish, I would have looked for bullish order flow to try to catch a trade up. But since we started breaking down, we had these clear lows, and all the indices hit a higher time frame PD array, I took the short of my live. All right, I stuck to my rules by not taking this, and I stick to 2 trades in the morning. And let's say if one trade loses, I can take another one. But if they both lose, I'm done with the morning session. And then in the, well, let's say I win a trade too. Like, let's say my first trade wins in the morning. I don't take another trade in the morning in the AM session. The PM session, I'll basically risk a small portion of the win. So from the morning session. So the morning session today, to keep myself detached from any outcome, I risked a small portion of the profits this morning. If I was to lose the trade, I wouldn't even have lost half the portion that I won this morning. I would have lost a third of what I won this morning, if that makes any sense. So sticking with that sticks me to my rules. Does not mean I can't paper trade it. I was paper trading within here and got basically clapped out. I was shorting this gap after these bearish closures. It closed down below this low. I was looking for it to target down below here, and then there was a 1 hour standard deviation -1 for a target as well. That was hit, but I closed that out at a loss because I was also looking at potential buys on NQ, which were the buys right here at 1105. So if we're looking at 1105, I was actually expecting NQ to go higher, but as you can tell, this kept going lower. So I got mixed matched up, and that's after the silver bullet from the 10 to 11 trade. All right, so that's what happened there, and that's why I did not take it on my live. And I'm just testing demo. Even though there's a setup, I'm still observing and getting used to price action. All right, here we go. We are respecting this breaker. As you can tell, I got carried away. I'm not. I didn't walk away. No bodies closed in the breaker on the 5 minute. We measure the 5 minute we measure the breaker on the 5 minute anyway. So that's a good sign. We didn't see a 5 minute closure low here on this breaker either, or this 1 hour BISI. It's over here. So if we can hit up into this area on, this is our short-term target here on Dow, right above here. It's pretty close. Then we should possibly reach up to consequent encroachment, daily wick over here as well. Daily wick, consequent encroachment of this daily wick right here. Okay, so that's what I see right there. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if we'll keep going higher, if it wants to reverse back down, because now it's just starting to reject. We have SMT. No, we don't even really have SMT at the highs right now. So we'll see. Maybe this acts as a rejection block. So 50% of this wick, or the low of this candle, which is the rejection block. And we have the rejection block here in the 5 minute on NASDAQ as well. We're still expecting those highs to be met. I wouldn't take this trade, personally. But a rejection block entry right here. I'm not even going to demo it. That's how much I don't want to take a trade like this. So that's like a rejection block right there on the 5 minute time frame. Let's see if you're sticking to the 5 minute. Do we have 50% on this wick? I don't know. Let's see. No, we didn't. Not quite. 50% of this wick? Yes, but then we can do 50% of both wicks. So you do 50% of those. %50 of those, 50% of the 50% for the 15-second, for the 10-second. Just watch and see how it reacts off these areas here. Reaction, reaction. See if it wants to come back down. I'm really expecting that too much. I don't want to see it come down below this wick again. Let's see. So I might move my stop loss. Okay, we have SMT at the lows now. We made a lower low here, higher low here. On the 5 minute time frame now, I'm moving my stop loss in my live all the way up down below that low. I would not want to see it come back down below that low. If we're gonna hit up into here, I don't want to see come down below the low. I would have liked to see it hit that rejection block though. Let's see if it did in a 4 minute. No, maybe in the 4 minute. Holy shit. Alright. We're getting some bullish closures though. This inversion gap here. Closed above it. Okay, this inversion gap here in the 2 minute. So we should just see this send up. Okay, we just hit the high. We should rock it up and hit the daily consequent encroachment without coming back down below the swing low here. Let me put that back on my other screen so I can just watch it on my other screen while still talking to you guys. And I would like to see just this tap and then trade away. Oh, I was gonna enter one more position, but I didn't get it. We get one more down candle right there. That's enough for me. And my stop loss right down below this low from this 5 minute wick right here. Don't want to see come down. I don't even want to see come down below this wick here. I'm gonna move it right there. And I want to see the trade come up to at least the consequent encroachment here, minimum. And then I want to see the rest come back up above these equal highs here. Possibly up a little higher, but I don't care. I'm gonna leave that on the table. Leave that on the table. We'll see. Just line up with any standard deviation. Yep, right before it as well. So is that going to be a rejection block? Let's see if that's a reject. Let's go to the 5 minute. Oh my god, the rejection block line's right up with this. Okay. Huh. Look at the open, close of this candle. 64.75, 64.75. Okay. So at the rejection block here, that's that's where I'm gonna take my profits at. 5 minute order block. I didn't take any more on my live, by the way. If you saw me enter that here in the demo, I didn't take any more on my live. Like I said, I don't enter continuation trades like that on my live. I'm very strict on the live account with entries deeper than inversion gaps with the reversals within certain key times. I mean, it is a key time. It's 2:51. We just started the last part of the lunch, well, the afternoon macro. But I want to see, I don't want to see any bodies close in this 2 minute inversion gap. I want to see them continue up. Similar kind of concept for the inversion gap that we had down here. I wouldn't want to see any bodies close back down in it in the 5 minute. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the beginning of the video. You're like, Adam, you NASDAQ hit the high. You said you're going to close all the trade. Yeah, I did. But like, we're still seeing bullish order flow and price respecting PD arrays. So I'm gonna keep my bias, and also we didn't hit it yet on Dow. We didn't hit Dow targets yet either. That's why I'm still expecting higher prices. And then we have this fib extension here towards these rejection blocks that are right here. We have the equal highs. Could hit. Could take one off here and then trail the stop really tight below the next one. Or I could just take both off right there, which is also completely fine. But I'm just going to let this one go, and then we'll see what happens from here. I do have to step away. I have to deal with a situation right now, so I will be right back.